Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to the nation. It's Prodigy, and it's time to go ahead and look at YouTube gaming. Now, normally, we could sit up here and say, there's no problem, right? It's YouTube gaming. It's going to be good. But no, there's a few things I want to talk about, and things that concern me with its launch for tomorrow, but also things that I'm very happy about. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So here we are at YouTube gaming. YouTube gaming, yes. This is the front page. First off, I guess I'll start with the aesthetic. The aesthetic is definitely good looking. I love it. It has been for my duration of using it. I've had the access to it for about a month now, 3 to 4 weeks. I will say that I enjoyed it. I use YouTube fairly regularly when I go to sleep, as well as when early in the morning I check it. And so to not be blinded is a great feature, something that I really appreciate and really can get behind. So what's next? Let's take a look at each piece. You have this on the left side. This on the left side is your games. You can select various games that sort in a very specific way, and we'll get to that when we talk a little bit more about searching. But you can come down here for trending games, popular games, and as you just get them, you just click the stars, and that adds them to your list. You have the main business section right here in the middle, which is the spotlight, where you can see various big streamers or streamers. I would honestly say this right now is the people that are on here are because there aren't that many people showing up on the platform as a whole, as well as if you really take a look at this, there is some pre-recorded content that will pop up here. Next up, you have my channels, which is just like your subscription box. Live streaming is just anybody that's live. If you click more, it will display everybody. Same with my channels. The reason I'm not doing this is right now and today the site's been a little bit slow. It's been kind of sluggish. I'll see if it's wanting to cooperate, but it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it's been loading, sometimes it hasn't, but for the most part the site's been running really well. But again, keep in mind I've been in a kind of lower user situation. I'm assuming we're not talking anywhere near what YouTube gets on a daily basis. Beyond that, the games that you have selected over here will also display videos from that content, as well as live content from those players. So you can see Bloodborne, people playing Bloodborne, people playing World of Warcraft, Dota 2, Destiny, Hearthstone, all that stuff is here kind of on my list of games to watch. And then here to the right is where your subscription box, the My Channels sidebar lives, which I love the sidebars. It's really easy to access, and I instinctively will now be like, well, I only have one content creator for Destiny, or I don't really have a content creator for Hearthstone besides Total Biscuit. So I'll go to these to learn a little bit more information. But when I have my broadcasters, it's separate, it's really quick, it's easy, efficient to get to, and I can't help but enjoy and think that it really streamlines the experience for users. And that's the interface. What do I think of it? I think it's a great addition. I like it more than Twitch's. I think it's done very well. While it it's missing a lot of features that Twitch currently has. I think for what it does it very well, and it's pretty snappy. There's the occasion where if you get just a little bit too close to the edge, it might snap in, but again, you're fine. That's perfectly fine, and there's a small delay, but it's nothing too noticeable. Now let's move on to channel design. I guess will be next, because of this I actually have somebody in mind that I want to use for this. Why? Because I think his channel captures a lot of the interesting information, or a lot of the good aspects of YouTube gaming from a channel standpoint. What it can do and kind of how it can feature your channel, and if you have your channel set up correctly now, it kind of augments that. So as you can see here, the search is pretty good. This is just general search. It's nothing different really, I think, to YouTube. But when you come to a channel, what's first? The About page. So the About page is just a tab. Everything being set up as tabs is far better. It feels better. It feels more cohesive than the current YouTube system. While it's not different really at all, it feels better. It feels quicker. It feels as though, I don't know, like it feels branded better as a whole. Beyond that, you can see all of it. The links are all displayed here. It looks good. Uploads wise, you can see his most recent upload, which actually happened 40 minutes ago, very recently. You have the different playlists that then become the other tabs, which in my opinion increase the likelihood of somebody actually clicking through and looking through and checking out various pieces of content from a content creator. I don't know how this color is chosen. I know you can't choose it. On my own channel I don't have that option, and it seems almost arbitrary. but I would love to be able to customize it and choose it to kind of fit a brand or fit the color that I want it to fit. But that's something that can be done with time. And if I jump to different channels, it would just be shown really quickly. So let's just jump. Like, again, you might think it's based on the color of a logo. Like, oh, okay, it seems very much on the color of a logo. But let me select somebody, I don't know. Let's say Lil Renee. Is her hair what stands out? Maybe that's what it is. What about King Gothalion? Why is his brown? Is it because it's a lot of brown? There's, to me, a lot of things. Wouldn't that mean Kid the Gamer would be black? Why does it choose gray? His banner has a lot of green in it for the Packers. Why doesn't it have a lot of green to it? Yet, if you come to somebody like Abel Green, you can clearly see, even though the banner's a lot of white, the picture's a lot of white, the green still sits there because there's the name green. It's a lot of things that I don't understand how work and I think need to be better implemented prior to launching. And that's the most of the good. I guess I can show you functionality. And what I might do, because this might be interesting, is if I go ahead and do this. I'll go ahead and pull this open. That way you can see it. So this is a video. First and foremost, transcoding is extremely quick. You can jump between various levels pretty snappily. This is actually long. Usually it's instant. It will just flip instantaneous. I think it's probably due to the fact that something's up. There's a reason why everything is like running and really seeming to be a little bit more choppy than usual. You have comments. This is the same section where you're going to see live, the live chat section, suggestions, obviously. If you have your channel set up, it'll pretty much show your stuff, and then a description for the video. You have the like video, the follow / subscribe / add button, add the channel. You have play stop, all the other stuff. All the stuff you're used to on YouTube. Now let's go ahead and switch over here to a live stream and show you what's going on there. So here you got chat. No, because people are tossing. I'm not gonna get that wrong. We'll just leave that alone. But you can clearly see live streams. The content's a little bit more diverse. It is set to autoplay, so once the stream's over, it will just switch over. And then you have things like chat, which you can scroll up and down in. You can make moderators within this chat. You can, if you're the channel holder, obviously. You have emoticons, emotes, and it works. And that's kind of where the problem lies, I think. And that's where the problem lies. The problem lies in the fact that it's just good enough. It's a good basis. It has the basic stuff. The stuff that's just like, if you're a viewer, you have a reason to check it out. If you have your YouTube content creator. If you don't stream on Twitch super heavily already and have a bigger following on YouTube, go ahead and fuck with YouTube Gaming. It is extremely easy with Twitch. With XSplit, you literally just link your profile and you're ready to go. One button. But this isn't fully featured. There's no reason to use this over Twitch. The only thing on Twitch right now, notification-wise, from a creator standpoint that you can use, is your donation notifications. That will get you. That will still be displayed on YouTube. Besides those, you're not getting subscriber notifications unless YouTube releases an API and lets somebody else build it. What Twitch has, they took years to build, and I feel to get those tools, YouTube has at least half a year to a year behind them or ahead of them to really grasp a hold of. I wanted to kind of put the features out there for people to see, for people to really make their own decision as to what you think of the platform. That is the platform, essentially. That's all there is to it. There isn't much more. I think a lot of people are overestimating what YouTube Gaming will do. About the searches. Hearthstone, I guess, will be a good example of this. So the search works differently by game here, specifically by game. If you search up a game and specifically select that game, it works differently. So you have the about section where you can watch a trailer or see the description of the game. The explore section, which is kind of like a general search you would get in the game or in the subgenre or whatever that game is. So Hearthstone, obviously, you're getting all the Hearthstone videos. Live, anybody that's live with the game, you can see them sitting here, and it will display everybody that's live. My channels, so I follow Total Biscuit, he does videos with Hearthstone, Boogie does, Gina-chan, and these are the people that I follow currently that are my channel specifically targeted towards Hearthstone content. You have popular streamers, which you can sort by latest, all time, and this week. I like latest because it gives some of the smaller people an opportunity to put their content out there and to give me a chance to see them. Spotlight, people who are being spotlighted by YouTube specifically. These are the Trumps, the Crips, all of these people. You have Let's Play, so anybody that puts Let's Play, I think, pops up on this side. It's interesting. I think a lot of people will start to use the word Let's Play in their title now because of this, but that could also create an oversaturation issue. Same thing with review. If you put review in the title, it looks to pop up here, and I think, again, it's done very well. I like these kind of subdivisions to find information really quickly. And then Blizzard. This is Blizzard's specific Hearthstone page, and so it's good to have their page specifically linked to their game, so you know the official page. Nobody else kind of messing around and creating pages. And this is kind of the banner, which I really do enjoy, kind of having things like that to be sitting in the background. And that's the functionality as a whole. What do you think? Do you think it's up to par? For me, there's not enough features from a creator standpoint. From a viewer standpoint, if you're a gamer primarily on YouTube, stop using YouTube. Start using YouTube Gaming when it drops, because you can do all the same stuff and it works, and in my opinion functions better. It functions really good. It just doesn't have enough features to bring content creators over. YouTube, I think you're on a good start. This is a good beta platform, but if this is what you're considering a full release, I think your eagerness to get more people on the platform is going to hurt you more than anything. You're no longer going to be necessarily having people on the platform so much as having a platform that isn't as good as your competitor, Twitch, who you're really trying to compete against, who everybody's expecting you to compete against. You're lacking the features to really compete, in my opinion. You're still the best at pre-recorded, but you got to get better. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section on YouTube Gaming, and until next time, it was good talking to y'all. Talk to y'all a little bit later. Enjoy the release tomorrow. Peace.